So hello my fellow students, you're welcome to our lesson within this channel of Skills Learning Network. So for today we have a topic of biology class form 1. We are going to talk about introduction to biology. So we look the introduction, definitions, and the different branches of biology. If you are the form 2 student, form 3, form 4, you can use this lesson to learn more about the biology subject. So you're welcome to continue with this lesson. The first topic in Form 1 class is Introduction to Biology. As I have said that we're going to look at the definitions, the terms within biology in Form 1. And then main topic for this Introduction to Biology, we are going to deal with the definitions and to see the branches of biology. And this is the part 1. After this lesson, we are going to introduce part 2 to see the another topics or subtopics found within this topic. Introduction to biology. The word biology comes from two Greek words. The Greek words means there is bios and a logos. The bios means or describe the life, means life, and the logos means the study. So that is biology. So when you join those words, bios and the logos means the study, and the bios means life. So it is study of life. That's the simple definition of biology. When you come to general definition or the whole definition, which is very simple and many people are using, biology is the study of life. Apart from logos and bios, the study of life, yes, is the study of life. So life, there is living things or living organisms and non-living organisms. So biology is the study of living organisms and non-living organisms. You can see here. The study of life means the study of living things or study of living organisms and non-living organisms. The people who study biology are called biologists. So myself, you can say that is my name is, you can say is biologist because I study biology. Even you as a student, you can see this is the biologist. So the man who study biology, the people who study biology are called the biologists. If it's one biologist, if are many biologists. So we have said the study of living things. Living things includes plants. Plants are alive. Animals are alive. And the microorganisms which are not seen by naked eyes, those are organisms. Microorganisms like bacteria, those are living things. And the non-living things includes logs, water and air. Those are non-living things. You cannot say water are living. No development of water, but there is addition of water. And when you come in air, no development of air. So water, air, and drops are not living. That are living things, non-living things. So apart from definitions and a description of biology term, let's go to the branches. We see the branches of biology. Biology is divided into two major main branches. Are only two which are main. The first branch of biology is botany, and the second branch is zoology. That are main two branches of biology. So botany, what means? Botany is the study of plants only. So when you study biology, when you deal with the plants, It means you are going to deal with the botany or to study botany. Zoology is the study of animals only. So we see biology comprises botany and zoology. It means plants and animals. Animals are different, the plants are different according to their features or characteristics and their morphologies. Those are two main branches are botany and zoology. I think now we are together with this lesson. You see there on your lesson. Apart from two main branches, we have other branches of biology. Or we can say this is sub branches, not main. It means how it's derived from animals, because we have different animals, groups of animals. You can get another branches of biology. The first other branch is entomology. This one, entomology. Entomology is the study of insect. Insect is animals, but when you study all the insect, you are going to be entomologist. The people who study insects are called the entomologists. That is one branch. The second branch, other branch, is ornithology. It is the study of birds. When you deal with birds, you are going to be called the ornithologist. The people who study birds are called the ornithologists. Our topic is the form 1, introduction to biology. Now we are in other branch. The third branch is taxonomy. Taxonomy is the study of identification and the classification of organisms. When the people who study fungi are called mycologists. And the seventh branch is anatomy. Anatomy is the study of internal body organs and the physical structure of organisms. Internal body organs like tissues, there is capillaries, there is, you can say, almost general organs. And the other physical structures, outer structures, like hands, the bones, other organs, out, eyes, that is anatomy. External organ, that is the physical structure of organism. So when you deal with the study of internal body organs and the physical structure of organisms, you are going to study anatomy. And the people who study this is called the anatomists. And the morphology. Number 8 is morphology. Morphology is the study of body forms. How body is formed. Morphology, the form of the body. Now we study morphology. It's the study of body forms of organisms. And the people who study morphology are called the morphologists. How body is formed, the shape, how many as it is, that is morphology. Is different from other organisms. So morphology is the study of body form of organisms, how the body are formed of the organisms. Number 9 is virology. Virology is the study of viruses. People who study viruses are called virologists. So virology is the study of viruses. Number 10 is parasitology, the study of parasites. That is parasitology. And the other organism which live by depending other organisms. The organism which depending direct to the host of organism, that is parasite. So the study of parasites and the organism which live depending other organism, that is parasitology. For example, other parasites we can say that is Plasmodium depends on the blood of the organisms. You can say that the tick depends on cattle to give their nutrients. You can say tapeworms. Those are parasites. And the people who study parasites are called the parasitologists. That is number 10. Number 11 is microbiology. Microbiology is the study of microorganisms. And the people who study microorganisms are called microbiologists. All microorganisms, organisms which are not observable by naked eyes, we can use microscope to observe. So the man who study microorganisms is called microbiologist, and that study is called microbiology. My fellow student, don't forget our topic is introduction to biology, and now we are in branches of biology. Two main branches, botany and zoology, and these number 12 are those other branches formed from those main branches. So number 11 is genetics. Genetics is the study of variation and heredity in organisms. The study of genes. You can say your father is white or black, but is different from the offspring. So there is variation of the parents and the child. So genetics is the study of variation and heredity in organisms. Your father can be tall, and the offspring or their child or their daughter can be a dwarf. That is genetics. And the people who study genetics are called geneticists. That is a man who studies genetics. And number 13, another branch is immunology. Immunology is the study of body defense against infections and disease. When you say immune, that is immunity. Defense, body defense against infections and disease. The study of immunity, that is general term definition. And the people who study immunology are called immunologists. And the last other branch of biology is physiology. Physiology is the study of how organisms' body parts function. How body parts function, like this one, we have nose, we have eyes, this one. That is physiology. It's the study of how organism parts functions. Like say the wings of other birds, how that functions, the mouth, beaks, how that functions. Those they study is physiology. So the people who study physiology are called the physiologists. I think now our lesson, we are going to end up here. Introduction, we have seen the definition of our biology term according to our subject, and we have seen the main branch of biology, which is botany, and the zoology. Botany deal with animal plants, and the zoology deal with animals. And we have seen 14 other branches. I think you can review this lesson to understand more about your introduction to biology. This is part 1. Another lesson we are going to see the relationship between biology and the other scientific fields, biology and medicine, biology and agriculture. I think now we end up here. Thank you for listening. Welcome again for another lesson.